guys that did volume, that played the video? Did y'all do something special? Microphone? Oh, okay. I just heard this morning.
Yes.
Is this
Oh yeah, it's too loud. Turn it down. Way too loud. All right, we're good. All right, welcome to Executive Jeopardy. I'm Alex Trebek. Let's have a look at today's contestants. First, we have CEO of Apple, Mr. Steve Jobs.
Thank you, Alex. I want to point everyone's attention to the iPhones that I provided for this, which will be our buzzers.
And we have former CEO and the now indicted Jeffrey Skillings. Show me your handcuffs. And we also have Sean Connery, who's not an executive.
I'm the CEO of your mother,
That's right, taking people, so just bear with it. And let's have a look at today's categories. We have accounts receivable. Probably going to be too complicated, just stay away from it. BDO Seedman.
Wow.
Stay away from it. Fraud or not, you have a 50-50 chance. Might I suggest this is a starting point. The number 10. The number 10 is the answer. And companies that end in WorldCom. Also a good category. All right, it pains me every time I have to say this, but Mr. Connery, you have the board.
The day is mine. I'll take bodily semen for 100.
That's BDO Seedman. BDO Seedman for 100. And the answer is, BDO's auditors did not discover fraudulent activity on Bankers LC and were then sued by this Spanish firm. Mr. Connery.
The Bank of Scotland.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
What is the Bank of Scotland?
That's still incorrect. Steve.
Elegance. Design. These are features on our new iSpanish Finder from Apple. You can go from frustration to elation with just a few touches of the screen. Now, it's one thing to talk about, but let me show you on my iPhone.
I'm sorry, we've run out of time. The correct answer is Banco Espirito. Steve?
I'll take BDO Seaman for 200, Alex.
BDO Seaman for 200. And the answer is, Banco Espirito Santo stated that BDO did nothing more than blank year after year of phony financial statements.
Underline.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. The answer we were looking for is rubber stamp.
I rubber stamped your mother last night.
I don't even know what that means. But we'll keep moving on. Skilling, you have control of the board.
Yeah, you give me accounts receivable for 500.
Okay, I said this category would be too hard for everybody, but we'll take a look at it. This is a common accounts receivable fraud in which an employee will pocket the cash payments made by a customer and use the payments made by a different customer to cover customer A's accounts. Skilling.
What is outstanding accounting, Alex?
How are you sleeping? Mr. Connor.
What is lapping scheme?
Well, that's actually right.
I frequently lap your mother, Trebek.
All right. Steve, you have the board.
I'll take accounts receivable for 300.
Have a look at the answer. This is one of the most basic internal control procedures to prevent intentional accounts receivable fraud. Steve.
The most basic and effective way that you can protect yourself is with the purchase of an Apple. Last year, there were 114,000 viruses created for the PC. There were none for Apple.
That is incorrect.
There are 4 things I'd like to talk to you about today: simplicity, synergy, elegance, and design. When you first pick up a new iPhone,
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. The answer we are looking for is segregation of duties, not simplicity. All right, I'll just pick a category. Let's try fraud or not for 100. Overstating prices to customers while recording normal prices in the books. Skilling.
What is a normal day at Enron, Alex?
I hope you rot in jail. The answer is, of course, fraud. Let's try it one more time. Fraud or not for 300. Involves collusion between the employee handling the cash payment and the bookkeeper. The person handling the cash payment will bill the customer for a full, undiscounted amount. However, the bookkeeper will record the payment at a discounted rate, and both employees will pocket the difference. I don't know why that's even up there. Correct answer is diversion of funds, but that's clearly too hard for any of you. Okay, let's try the number 10 for 400. And remember, the answer to these questions is the number 10. Company has an accounts receivable of $100. And 10% is deemed uncollectible. How much is their bad debt expense? Mr. Connor.
15.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
You think you're so smart, don't you, Trebek?
And we're moving on. Let's try WorldCom for 300. This company had one of the largest fraud schemes in the history of the world. Steve.
what is Microsoft?
That is incorrect. Skilling.
What is the SEC?
No. All right, let's try that one more time. WorldCom for 400. The answer to this question is WorldCom. Steve.
Now what I've done, something really cool. With a simple touch, I've keyed my iPhone 4 into my iPad, which is linked to my MacBook Pro, which I'm now remotely researching accounting scandals on.
And once again, we're out of time. The answer you're looking for was WorldCom, actually. All right, one more try. The number 10 for 200. Because we're using a PC. The number of points you will receive on this presentation. John.
75.
Incorrect. Skilling.
25 to life.
Mr. Connor.
$350, which is incidentally our stock price.
All right, let's just move straight on to Final Jeopardy. You know, we have some question on factoring companies and the modern American economy, but that's clearly going to be too hard for any of you. So how about this? How about we all just write down the ranking of BDOC, which is also the rank that every middle market firm claims to be. If we could all write down a number. It comes after the number 4. It comes before the number 6. It is the number of fingers on your right hand. It's the number of points we're going to get on this presentation. It can't be that hard. Just write down a number. Any number will do. I'll give points for any. Write something down, please. I hate my life. All right, let's have a look at what you wrote down. Let's start with Steve. You wrote down synergy. Very nice handwriting you have, but not what we were looking for. And you wagered elegance. Synergy and elegance. Nice. And Skilling, you wrote down ask why. That is inappropriate. I'm afraid to ask, but let's see what you wagered. Mom. Should have expected as much. And Mr. Connery, Once again, I'm afraid. So let's see what you wrote down. V. Actually, that's the Roman numeral for 5, which is the answer we were looking for. That's the correct answer. BDO claims to be number 5, as does every other middle market firm. And you wagered. Wow! And that's all we have for you today. I'll see you next time.